Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to Nappy Hour. My name is Dallas if this is your first time here. So this week we are back to our tutorials and we're actually going to learn how to do these tribal braids on just your own hair. So not adding any hair in, but just doing them on your own hair. So this is a style that actually one of my friends encouraged me to do. She was like, girl, I feel like you should do these braids on your hair. They'll be so cute. And I'm so happy that she did because I've been loving them ever since. This is probably my third time doing this style. And the thing that I like about this style is that you can always switch it up and do a different design pattern in the front. So every time I've worn it, I've actually worn it differently, which is super fun because I get to try something new. And then it always makes it a little bit different. But this is a great protective style to wear. I can normally wear these like my other protective styles, so about 3 weeks, and they still look, pretty good. But I'm gonna teach you guys how I achieved this look. I really love it. I think it's super cute and super fun and great, a great protective style. So if you wanna learn more about it, stay tuned. I'm starting off on washed and moisturized hair that I stretched overnight, and I'm gonna take my hair and part it across from ear to ear first. So that's the front half. I'm gonna take my rat tail comb and start the first part. I'm starting like right over my eye and parting at a diagonal straight back. And really the important part here is just making sure you get the part straight. So I actually switched combs to kind of a pointier, smaller end so that I could be a bit more precise with the part, and really just want to make sure that the part is as straight as I can get it, so it looks really neat. So once I get it parted, pin the one side back, and then I'm going to add some grease to my scalp. You already know what time it is, just to make sure the hair stays moisturized. And then I'm going to do a part, a pretty small one, and just the same idea, parting it diagonal straight back and making sure that it's straight. So I'm going to get some Shine and Jam gel and add that to the roots, just to make sure that the braid is nice and smooth. I'm going to take a small section in the front and break that into 3 sections and start doing a cornrow to the back. So when you're braiding, you just want to make sure that you're doing it tight, not tight to where you're pulling out your edges, obviously, but tight enough that it'll stay. And so I'm just going to braid it all the way down to the end. Because my hair was drying overnight, I am going to add some water and gel once I get to the end, just to make sure that I can secure it once I braid it down. The rest is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to keep parting it diagonally until I get to the end. So just keep following that pattern, making sure the braids are about the same size. Sometimes that is definitely hard to do, believe me, but just keep parting diagonally until you get to the end. onto the next side. So I'm going to be parting it diagonally again, but obviously in the opposite direction. And I want to start at the very front of the first braid that I did. So that first braid, you can use that as a guide and start there. And just as with the other side, you're just going to keep following that same diagonal pattern until you braid the rest of the hair on that side. The front, which is definitely the most tedious part, just making sure you get the parts straight and all of that. And now I'm going to move on to the back. So if you've watched my braids tutorial, that's basically all I'm going to be doing, is just doing, single braids in the back, and try to get them about as big as the braids in the front. So I'm parting the back half of my hair into 2 halves just to make it easier to work with. So pinning that top half away, and then just taking my comb and parting all the way across. Once I've parted it across, I'm going to add some oil to my scalp and then section that hair and start doing the braid. So I'm going to just add a little bit of water and gel to the section and then braid it all the way down. And I'm going to repeat that exact same process for the rest of my hair. So the end is pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of taking the time to continue braiding the rest of your hair. Here are the results. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.